Girls, it is official. My Your Shot journey is officially over. There is a lot to talk about this whole situation. So if you give a shit to listen to this stuff, then please stick around, but I will do my best to summarize. For 2 days, I've spent over 10 hours, most often 12. 12 hours at the court, shout out, cheering on my friends as they DJ. You know, you're probably wondering, like, Liam, that sounds really intense. Wow, I could never do that. Whew, what a fucking miserable way to spend your evening. Truthfully, Your Shot was one of the best experiences of my life. It is one of the most bizarre side quests I've ever gone on, but definitely one of the most rewarding. You wouldn't be able to understand that until you do it, like, because it is a scary experience. It is a very scary experience. To put yourself out there in that way, putting yourself in front of a whole group of people, doing this thing that you've only been trained for 5 weeks doing, to do in front of a whole crowd of people. Mind you, the caliber is so high. I couldn't tell you the amount of times I really doubted my set. I really, really doubted my set because I looked around at all these people with these sets with things that I hadn't incorporated into mine that sounded so cool. And I was like, fuck, like, why am I not more like them? You know? It's really easy to get down on yourself and insecure. Mind you, I've also been sick as a dog for like the past 2 days. I don't know why the universe decided to bestow upon me profound illness just as Your Shot weekend decided to come by, but that does tend to be how it goes, doesn't it? Maybe it's a stress thing. Maybe your body just gets ill when it's stressed. Saturday, day 1, amazing, a great time. I got to just watch and enjoy. And one of my besties from work, who I knew before the competition, Akira, she won her stage. She made it into the top 4 of her day, and that made me so emotional, because it's just like, she is everything. She's absolutely everything, and she's such a beautiful person inside and out. She's so talented, and I loved watching her set so much, and to see that didn't get overlooked, and she was appreciated for the things that she's good at, which is a lot. That was like beyond. Another guy from my class I've become really good friends with, Clive. He also made it through. So, and then from that top 5, top 4, 2 people were chosen, and one of them that was chosen was the DJ name is Terra Close. They were a friend of mine throughout the comp, and they did so well, and they made it to the top 2 of Saturday, and then the other person was someone I didn't know. I'm sure their set was great though. When my friend Clive and Akira made it through, it was like, I think part of you always gets a little bit competitive. I think there's like a part that's like, I want to prove I stack up. And that was one of the things I was greatly insecure about. I was like, my set doesn't feel like it stacks up at all compared to these people. So Sunday comes around. So I wake up sicker than I've ever been. My parents fill me with drugs, and just to keep me standing and moving and breathing normally. And so we trot along to our journey and sit through the whole day. And wow, the time really went fast. Before I knew it, I was like, oh shit, I have to get changed to like start my set. Sunday was amazing. There was like so many great acts. And you know, as the day builds up, you get more and more that feeling of like, you're seeing all these sets with things that your set doesn't have. And you're like, does my set stack up at all? And not that it particularly should be about winning, but, you know, you want to win. You don't join Your Shot if you don't at least want to have that experience of winning. And so I was like, but I just said to myself before my set, I was like, you know what? Something you can't control is whether or not you win. You cannot control that, because it can be about so many things that are not up to you. And that's something that I'm very lucky that acting has taught me. So I was like, something I can control is having fun, is letting go and just like enjoying myself, because I did love these songs, and I still do. It's just like when you have to play them over and over and over and over again in this particular sequence, you're just like, enough. But I got up on stage, I did it, and did a lot of things go wrong? Yeah. Did I deliver the set perfectly? No. But I had the absolute time of my life up on that stage. And not only that, I was able to make the audience have a good time as well, which is worth more than anything. But as an added bonus on top of that, we finish up, people keep coming up to me and saying really lovely things about my set. And over time, I will release some videos of things from my set. I'll pass it on. However, everyone's saying really beautiful things about my set. Things I never could have even imagined people would have thought. Like, because mind you, I was like in a bad place about this set. I was like, oh my god, like mine sucks. And especially, I was closing out the main stage. Like, that's kind of like, I was the finale. That was a bit of pressure. And I was like, well, mine's not, I just didn't think mine had that quality to it, to be honest. Yeah, I did it, and then announcement came up to say who was the top 2 and everything like that. And although I did not win my stage, I was the runner-up to that. Like, mind you, only 10 people across in your shot get the honor of being a runner-up. Sometimes more if there's ties. But me and another girl were the tied for runner-up for the main stage. There was some very stiff competition. It is no small feat to be a runner-up. And so, like, I was gonna be chuffed if I got, like, an honorable mention or something. Because they have honorable mentions, then they have the runner-ups, and then they have the winners of the stage. I was, like, gonna be, like, fucking buzzing if I even got an honorable mention. The fact that I got runner-up is everything. And it made me realize, I don't know, it's like a thing of, like, I was capable of so much more than I imagined. It's just a beautiful thing, and people have just been sending me messages and messages and messages about how much they loved my set and how it made them feel, they say fucking lovely things. They're like saying it's like makes them proud to be queer. They said, like, people were like, thank you for representing our community so beautifully. And like one of like the main heads of Your Shot was like what you did is like what Your Shot is for. And it like started making her tear up. She was like, your set is like what it's all about, what we do this for. She said like the message of your set was so beautiful. It's just like, what a like I couldn't even have imagined this was the reaction I would have gotten to it. People have been so kind, but more than any of this, like the amount of people that I seemingly have made proud under some circumstance, I have made myself proud. I just thought that I did really well, and I surpassed any expectations I had. I'm really chuffed with the whole experience. But anyway, congratulations to Flair, DJ Flared Up, for winning. I just remember like meeting them at the start of the comp and us developing a friendship very early on, and with like our little group with some other Your Shot contestants, and we just to see them blossom into themselves in the way that they did, that would then lead to them winning the whole contest, is everything. Your Shot. I recommend anyone who is just looking for a side quest to do, that they do it, because it is a crazy experience, but it is one of the best experiences of my life. I made friends, I learned a new skill, I pushed myself outside of my comfort zone, I discovered a new potential way to make money, and I made my loved ones and people who didn't even know me see me in a way I've always dreamed of people seeing me. Like, I always dreamed of doing a show like what I did at Your Shot. For years, I've just, like, had fantasies about, like, what that would look like. And, you know, when it lives in your head for such a long time, you're like, well, if I actually did it, like, would people really care? And the fact that people did and, like, saw me for that is a experience it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So you were looking at the runner-up for main stage of Your Shot 2026. And that cements my place in Your Shot's history forever. No matter how small it may be. Very, very happy. But this is the end of my Your Shot journey. There'll be more videos of my set, I think, coming out, because a lot of people took some videos and sent them to me, so I'll be probably posting some stuff. But as far as like the diary sort of situation, this is kind of it. So thank you for following along with me on this journey, and yeah, goodbye.